Welcome to the Sweet Subversives podcast.
Isn't that cool?
That. Good job, Heather. Yay!
I know. That was
good.
Yes, I was working on. Yeah. Hi, it's Sweet Subversives. It's like technology. Woo!
Heather's making an open for our show.
I am. I'm gonna have music to it, but I have to think about that yet.
Yeah.
So I mean it was fun to make. I used Canva to make it, so I feel so fancy.
That is very nice.
I know. I wanted to zhuzh up our Sweet Subversive show a little bit.
Yeah.
A little opener, and I thought that was cute. I might make it a little less psychedelic, but I think for now the psychedelic
I thought it was nice. I liked it.
And then with some music, can you imagine? Whoa.
Be very good.
People's
I like that.
Will fly right off of their body. They'll go, yes. Oh my God, take my money.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. I was like, I always feel like, make things just a little bit better all the time because we love you guys and we want it to be really cool and fun, just like we are. Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, we survived this week so far. Clink.
Yes.
It's been a hell of a week, let me say.
It has. Part of my week was amazing and fantastic. So, but we'll get into that. I'll do that at the end when it's the one awesome thing.
The sharing stuff?
Yes, because I do have an awesome thing. So
that is very cool. So this week, we live in Minnesota, so we have okay weather. I mean, it's really hot, but it's okay. We don't have the double hurricane.
Kidding. Holy cow.
What a year we're having. The most unusual things ever.
Well, and I saw the alert and they basically so the alert was basically you have to evacuate because you will not survive this.
Yes.
And I was like, holy crap.
My Freedom Revolution network friends are going crazy because this weather stuff is off the charts. That's don't be there. Don't be waiting and thinking this is going to be one of those things that you can just last out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mega storm. They're going to make movies about it. So at least we don't have that going for us here.
We don't have that.
all the other dumpster fire stuff this year we might have.
Yeah. I think someone's trying to burn down the Target right now in Minneapolis. But
oh yeah. Oh crap. I know.
Not the Target. Not the Target.
I know.
Anything else. Save the Target.
They have great gluten-free stuff. What am I going to do? There's more than one Target, though, I will say. So they can't burn all of them, I hope. But, they're going to try. Well,
I'll tell you, Target has been in the news a lot because in my town, we had a carjacking at 9:30 a.m. at our Target.
Oh, my God.
And there's been purse snatchings there.
It's usually expect that stuff at night, but during the day?
It's like 9:30 a.m. on Monday morning.
That's crazy.
And I was just there.
It could have been me.
I was like, holy cow.
That feels really real. Oh, Lord. And you never know. They could have been looking at you and no, that chick looks like she could take me. I don't know.
Well, they probably looked at my car and they're like,
I feel sorry for her.
I don't want that car.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're looking.
They jacked a nice car.
Oh well, they were looking for a car to go for a joyride, probably. My husband Andy showed me the weirdest video. I'll have to find it. It was there was a guy who there were 4 people in a parking lot. It was at night. I don't remember what state it was in, but he had a gun and he went and there were 4 people in this car and he was trying to rob them. And they showed it on camera and one of the people ran out, jumped out of the car and ran to a convenience store that was right by there and was telling them, oh my God, we're getting robbed. And for some reason, like the guy was kind of like in halfway in and out of the car, and the person like hit the gas, and they started like driving backwards, and the guy he flew out, but then then they started driving at him, and so they ran him over because he was going to shoot them, but
right.
But the thing is that they didn't kill him because they ran him over with the car. He died because he was shooting at the same time when they hit him with the car, and he shot himself in the head.
Oh my God.
It's like mental. And I'm just like, how do all these things happen? It looked unreal. So I just saw that in the news, and I was going, you can't make up stuff that's happening right now in the world. It's like,
no, I think everyone just goes, well, 2020.
I know. Like, we were just looking at like things where they were looking at dinosaur bones and stuff. I'm like, well, what is that the next thing? Like, they'll find like dinosaurs walking the earth again. They'll like crack the hole in the earth and go, surprise! We've been hiding in the middle of the earth, waiting for a good time to come eat y'all.
Yeah, what do they call that in Pacific Rim?
Oh, the kaiju.
Monsters. Yeah, kaiju. Yeah.
Kaiju. Yes. Oh yeah. My brother Alex would have been really mad at me if I hadn't known that. I mean, like,
yes.
We grew up with Godzilla, so
David has it correct. Absolutely.
Yes. Truth is stranger than fiction, and it wouldn't surprise me if this was the year of the kaiju. If we ended on a high note where they're coming by and like stomp, stomp, stomp. I'm like, where's our Godzilla? Godzilla, save us. I'll be one of the little moth girls going, oh! Yes, oh, Mothra, Godzilla. Yes, I mean, we need giant kaiju saviors.
Yeah.
This year is...
Can we vote for a kaiju?
Oh my God, yes.
Can I have a kaiju for our governor?
Totes. Like, okay. I think we have a big enough state, we could support a kaiju governor. Especially if, like, they just don't really want laws.
We are the land of Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, why wouldn't we get a giant?
Yeah.
Giant. At least a giant. That would be appropriate. Go back to our Paul Bunyan days. Mm-hmm. I am on board with this plan. So, that's where my mind is like, how can we make this more interesting?
One good thing today was it was National Dog Day. So on my social media channels, everyone was posting pictures of their pooches.
Oh, I did see a bunch of dogs.
That was rather enjoyable.
I like that. We need more cute stuff in our lives.
Yes. I mean, even though I'm not a dog person, not that I don't like dogs. I do like dogs.
I think
it's not like for me.
Cats are a little bit higher for me, but I grew up with both, and I love dogs, but they're also a pain in the butt too. So, I mean, they're both equally pain in the butts in different ways. But cats, you feel like you earn it, It's like I go see you, and your cat Mabel is a tough chick.
I don't have to walk a cat.
No, and in fact, they really don't like it if you try to walk them.
You have to kind of drag him on the leash.
God, I got one of those body harnesses for my cat Rory because I thought he didn't want to go outside, and so I put it on him, and he just went and he flopped to his side like he died. And I think he kind of died inside a little bit when I tried to put that on him. So I haven't tried it again.
Well, I have some good LP news.
Yes, I want to hear that.
Yes. Okay. So Brad Barron is a libertarian, and he's running against Mitch McConnell and Amy McGrath for U.S. Senate in Kentucky. Cool. And guess what? He is going to be in 2 televised debates this year. So 2 of the 3 have been finalized. And so he is going to be in 2 of them that we know for sure of. And we'll see if he'll be in the 3rd one. So the first one will be like mid-September, early October. They haven't really released the date yet, but that one will be on a local channel. And then the other one will be on KET Kentucky Tonight, and that they do have the date for that one, and that is October 26th. So they do have them listed. So we are starting to see libertarian candidates getting on the debate stage. And I cannot wait to see him debating, especially Mitch McConnell.
Hells to the yeah.
So I am pretty
awesome.
freaking happy about that. So that is fantastic.
That makes me happy.
The other thing that happened today is it is official in our state, Heather.
Is
Jo
it?
Jorgensen is on the ballot. So we got confirmation from the Secretary of State's office that she is on the ballot. So I think now we're only waiting on confirmation from 2 other states. One was Virginia, which they hit their deadline.
Okay.
It looks like they got the signatures, but we're waiting on final confirmation.
Right.
Rhode Island, however, their deadline is not until September 4th. So we are waiting for
it's gonna
them.
be a while.
And I think New Hampshire, we're still waiting on the final word, but they got their petitions in. Everything looks good. We're just waiting on the final word for them. So yeah, I think we're down to just waiting on 3 states now to finalize.
So is that going to be, when we get those 3 states, will that be almost every state then?
That will be every state.
Every single state.
Every state.
Hell yeah. I am happy. When that happens, that final state, we should have a little party for that. Champagne time, baby.
We will do some champagne.
Some good drinks for Joe. I love it.
Yes,
And don't spice.
Do some big cheers.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Joe and or Spike on to celebrate that.
Ooh, that would be pretty sweet. A sweet Subversives kind of sweet. I love it. I would even drink, would you bourbon or whiskey? Whiskey, bourbon. Bourbon. I was like, I would almost drink bourbon for Joe. It might be just like, oh,
Joe, I love you, but I can't even smell it without like.
I can do it, but then I'm like, no. So I don't look cool. I'm not sophisticated and awesome looking. Like I'm sipping it and like, this is nothing to me. It's delicious. And I'll be like, I'll look like I'm an elementary school person drinking like a sip of alcohol for the first time in their life, you know? So
city council,
yeah.
We had the initial discussion on what we set the maximum for our property tax levy increase, because of course it's always just assumed that we're going to increase the property tax levy.
They want to.
Every year. And so we had that discussion, and in previous years, I have been the only person on council pushing back really against the property tax levy. We would have another city councilor that would kind of do it, but not super strenuously. And last year we did an increase of 4 times the amount on what we call a franchise fee, which is the fee on your electric meter and your water meter, and it's a monthly tax. Yeah. And so we raised it by 4 times. And we increased property taxes last year. So this year, and of course they did it saying, we're doing this franchise fee because then we won't have to raise property taxes. So this year we get the preliminary ask, which we haven't taken the final vote on what we will set the maximum tax at. But we got the initial presentation on it, and they wanted to do a 7.5% max tax.
Really?
Yeah. And so, I said that was completely unacceptable. Yeah. Everyone else is struggling with money. We don't even know if people are going to be able to pay their property tax or pay their mortgages or pay their rent. We have homes and apartments and all that kind of stuff with a large property valuation increase. So they're already going to pay more tax without even raising their taxes. Right. And I just thought it was completely, utterly inappropriate to be talking about raising people's taxes when people are struggling to pay their bills, when people can't even, when we have mile-long lines for the food bank,
yeah,
that's not when you are raising
taxes now.
But the good news is,
Hmm.
2 of my other city councilors also said that that was completely unacceptable.
Yes. You got people on your
And
side.
they pushed back hard on that. So I feel like, every other year I felt like I'm just screaming into the void of,
Come on. Be reasonable.
"No!"
Don't do this.
And this year, I was very pleasantly surprised, like very pleasantly surprised. I mean, we'll see how it comes when it all sorts out, because we have not taken the vote for it yet. This was just to gauge council response to it. But majority response was no.
Oh, good. And I think if people get wind that they're considering it, there would be some outrage right now.
You would
People
think
can't afford
that,
it.
but you would think wrong.
Really? They're like, oh yeah, let's raise taxes. This is a good idea.
So I think it was last year.
Yeah.
Last year. So it was the vote on what we set the actual tax rate at, right? Yeah. And you would think that that would be a big deal. And our city council chambers were packed, but they were not there for the tax discussion. They were there for where you put your garbage can. For an ordinance over where you put your garbage can, because we wanted to lessen it so that people, instead of having to stick it in their garage, you could put it alongside your home. And people were there losing their shit over that. And then we got through that, and then it came time for the tax discussion, and every person but 2 left.
What? You'd think they'd care about taxes.
And I about lost my shit.
That garbage.
People just left. So my mom is asking, are there term limits on your council? We do not have term limits on our council. They can continue to serve until they are voted out or die.
You should be on that council. Because
my mom should run for city council.
Oh, yes, Celine. You would be good. I know, like, Kara got her fire from somewhere. And I'm guessing you would be pretty magnificent at it. So
I come from a line of women who kick ass. And mayor Celine, I like that. Yeah, I like mayor. We're gonna have to talk about this.
Yes,
we're gonna have to talk about getting you up for mayor on the next.
Your daughter does candidate training, right?
My mom's like, oh no. Seriously. My mom and her mom, ass kickers. Although my grandma Selma was as sweet as could be, but she was still an ass kicker in her own way.
There's different ways of kicking ass.
She, very determined woman, and my mother as well. So
I love it. You women are the best.
So yeah.
Laura Chancey Land says, "Hey, ladies." I just saw that. Oh, and Pat Barnum thinks Celine should go for it.
Yes, she should.
I want more powerful women in government. I just think that's the best thing ever. And for me, my almost running this year was dashed because everybody and their mother decided.
I love that. Voted out or die. I guess they aren't allowed to retire.
You're retiring.
No.
You get voted out
or you
die. That would be the worst way to die, though, during a city council meeting. You're like,
Although I could see it happening.
It could, because I've seen like some passions running high and some issues. So somebody keels, or there could be murder. I don't know. Who knows? I've seen some city council meetings where people are fighting, not yours.
Or they could just hang themselves.
Yeah. They're like, forget this.
I've been there in a meeting or two.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, there's so many things that can happen. Actually, that's kind of the fun of city council meetings. You never know what you're going to get. You get that combination of people, and sometimes it works really good, and sometimes it's insane, like a soap opera.
Yes. Oh my God.
So true. So it's like somebody said, it's a good thing you can't see us. LOL. I'm trying to see who that is because I got to go back to that. Let's see. That's Laura again. Laura Chinsey Lane. There
So
we go.
her candidates just had an election in her area, and so she's got some election results.
Oh, very nice.
Yep. So, and and it was mixed results, but overall pretty good. I mean, her candidates had a good showing.
I love that. Works out pretty good. Yeah. Oh man. So, as somebody who's been on city council, Mama says city council to me is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I gotta put that up on there because I think that's hilarious.
It's like a box of something.
Yes.
Oh, how did David wants to know how our camping trip went.
Oh yeah.
So we went camping, and it was a private park that we went camping, and it is in the Lanesboro area, which is just a beautiful, Eagle Cliff. It's just a beautiful bluff area of the Mississippi River Valley area. And we had a great time. We had a really good time camping. We did some tubing, but mostly it was just we got to hang out with a long-time friend of ours and have a really good time. And I love that. Like most experiences, it's all about the people you're with, and that's exactly what it was.
Can I tell the story about the raccoon though?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't all awesome. Kara, like it was awesome in general, but okay, so I had my own tent. Kara had her own tent. We were kind of off next to a river, so it was beautiful and remote and lovely and
gorgeous. So, you could hear the little river bubbling all night.
It made it so you could sleep great. I love that. And it wasn't too hot. It was just right. Mm-hmm. And I went to sleep, and backstory, Kara and I had a little snack that day. We had some cheese and crackers, and we were sitting on a picnic table looking at the trees going, oh, it's so beautiful. And we didn't put it away. This is our mistake.
I put it in ice. I had an ice bucket, and I put it in ice and just put the lid on it.
You think that'd be good enough, right?
Keep it cool.
And so Kara went to sleep, and she was out.
Because I hadn't slept at all the night before. I couldn't sleep at all.
It was, so much excitement getting there and getting set up. But the second night, she slept great. However, I heard, if I hear little noises that are weird, it wakes me up. So, all of a sudden I hear, crash right outside the tent. And I'm like, what's the? And I jump out of the tent and I look, and then all of a sudden I see there's, the ice buckets on the ground. And I see, the stuff sitting there. And all of a sudden I see, all these little shiny eyes looking at me. I'm like, zip it back up. And I'm like, what is that? What kind of animal is it? I was like, is it a bear? No, it's too small to be a bear. Is it wolves? No, it's smaller than that. And I'm like, I think it's a raccoon. And I was kind of peeking. I'm like, get out of here. Go away, go away, go away. And they kind of ran off. But then I'm like, oh, good. So I zipped it up. I'm like, I'm not getting out. I'm going right back to bed. And all of a sudden I hear them go back, and then they're like, and you could hear one of them carried off the crackers off into the woods. And then
my gluten-free crackers.
I needed them. I know. It's like, Kara, no, not your crackers. And then I'm yelling at them in my tent, which is not doing any good. I'm like, stop it. And all of a sudden, next to my tent, I hear it's almost like a purring noise. It's they're talking at my tent. And I'm like, I hit the tent. And it's he's laughing at me. And all of a sudden I hear a little paw come right up onto the tent, we got your food, bitch. And I'm like, I'm not coming out. You guys are scaring me. So I was pretending it didn't happen. And then I woke up in the morning and Kara's like, what happened to this? Where's the crackers? I'm like, there was a gang of really mean raccoons last night. So that was the only bad thing. I
didn't hear any of it.
No, I was yelling. And I'm like, I'm surprised nobody else was like, what the hell is with that chick? But I'm like, freaking raccoons! Don't take our cheese. Don't take our crackers.
It was really good cheese, too.
It was really good, and they took it.
Oh, my God. So it was one of the cheeses I got. I'll just diverge here. So it was like a whipped goat cheese, which, people are like, oh. And then it had like blueberries coating all around it. But when you took a bite of it, it tasted like blueberry cheesecake.
It was to die for. And
Holy crap.
They were freaking happy little raccoons eating that. But, yes, vermin. They were like vermin, but not like
vermin
Supreme.
But not Vermin Supreme. Vermin Supreme would have not taken my cheese and crackers.
You would say, hey, can I have some crackers? And that cheese sounds awesome. I'm like,
and we would have hung out.
Yeah, it would have been cool. But no, these guys, they just stole, and then they taunted me. Just
they did taunt you.
They were being mean. I was just like, oh. But the next...
There was even incriminating little paw prints on my ice bucket.
Right? I saw the little paw prints. I'm like going, oh, if we were doing CSI Raccoon, we'd know who did it.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I think this is the culprit, and he'd have cheese all over him. I'm like, that's who I am.
Yeah, David, so if you are looking for a place to camp, if you like camping, and they do have RV spots and they have tent camping and that kind of stuff, Eagle Cliff. I think it's Eagle Cliff. Eagle Cliff is incredible. I mean, and it is a very clean, very well run campsite. They don't allow a lot of nonsense going on. They don't allow people to be super loud at night, all that kind of stuff. And I will tell you that their bathrooms and shower rooms were the cleanest I've ever seen. I mean, you could have licked the floor. Seriously, they were so clean.
And they made people follow the rules when they were in the buildings. We had to wear like the masks and stuff. And people were really pretty thoughtful. Oh, I love it. CSI Raccoon. Or here's David says he lost bacon to a bear at Sibley State Park.
Oh, I bet you did. I bet you did.
I'd cry.
But yeah, so if anyone ever wants to go camping, I mean, hit us up because we will camp with you.
Yes, we love camping.
We will do this.
Oh,
I have my tent ready to go in a moment's notice. Like I will throw it in my car and go.
Instant tents. I mean, I can put that thing up by myself. It's like 5 minutes.
And now that I have a cot, that's life-changing. And I know I'm late to the cot party. I've resisted a cot for years and years. And I've always done the blow-up mattress because I'm like, oh, it's cushy, all that kind of stuff. But sleeping with my husband on a blow-up mattress when there's over 100-pound difference between the two of us, like he gets in and I'm like, flunk. Yeah. So it doesn't work out well. But the biggest thing about the cot was I could put all of my gear underneath my cot. And so when I had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I did not trip on anything. Itasca State Park is beautiful.
That's beautiful. I love that. I went there with my family a few times, and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, really and there's a state park that is right over by the University of Minnesota Botanical Gardens, which is not by the University of Minnesota.
No.
It is it's a western suburb of the Twin Cities. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous park.
Oh.
And the bonus is you're right by the botanical gardens. And so you can visit the botanical gardens, which...
That's not bad.
I love them so much.
City slickers.
I don't care.
Hey, though, we do glamp. You know, that's true. We always make it nice and comfy and cozy. But I do say, Kara, I peeked in your tent, like seeing if you were there, and I'm like going, it looks like a photo shoot. When you have the cot in there, it makes it just look like a real bed.
It does. So, yeah. I'm never going back. So, yep. So I'm going to get Tracy the larger, extra large cot. So
yeah. Do they? Oh, the one thing I never did ask you about that is, do they fold up pretty well? Are they kind of lightweight or heavy?
They're heavy.
Yeah, because they're metal, right?
Just going to tell you, they're heavy. When you get to the extra large ones, they're heavier, they're larger. I mean, you saw how mine folded up?
I think so.
I mean, yeah, it folds up. It doesn't fold up like the old cots where it was like the big, huge rectangle. It does fold up into a pack, but it's a pack that's going to be this big around.
Does it have handles on it so you can carry it away?
Got a sling.
Okay, that's not so bad. Because I was just thinking, like, tent camping, you usually got to carry things a little farther, and a lot of places won't let you drive right up to your site. So it's nice to be able to carry it yourself, which is why I got a cooler with, like, a wheel on it, so I could just, like, wheel it where I need to go. But yes, guys, I love camping, and that campground had, like, no bugs except, like, some flies that didn't even bite.
Face flies. Yep.
But I never got a mosquito bite there, which is incredible.
And they advertise that they are a mosquito-free, and that they don't do the heavy chemicals. They do a natural chemical.
Whatever they're doing, it works.
That it is a mosquito-free campground, and it was.
Because Kara knows I'm a big baby about getting bug bites because she's seen me.
I don't like them either.
It sucks. But, like, I didn't get any, you know?
Because I will use that military grade DEET.
Me too.
So that I don't get a mosquito bite. I'm like, I'll take the third arm sprouting from my forehead just so I don't get a mosquito bite.
I mean, I just swell up. So it ruins all the fun if I get bug bites. So it was such a good experience. Thank you guys for asking about that. I would do it all the time. I just need to retire and just go camping.
So I have more good news.
What's your good news?
And it's LP good news. Well, it's
I like that.
So, when the LNC is coming to Minnesota
very soon, yeah,
which they'll be here. Most of them are getting in on Friday the 11th, and then we'll be door knocking for a candidate. We have an evening cookout planned. Cool. We have a comedian coming in for Friday night as well. And so that will be in my town of Burnsville. Saturday is the meeting, and I also wanted to let you guys know that Saturday evening in Burnsville, we are going to be having fireworks, and we're going to be having a community celebration.
What?
Yeah, I know. We're not really supposed to, but they're finding a way to work it in.
Yeah.
We're going to make it happen. And so we're going to be having like fireworks. We're going to have a reverse parade for the fire muster. Fire muster is fire engines from all across the country come into Burnsville, and they would do the parade.
Oh, cool.
So what they're going to do is the fire trucks are going to set up, and they're going to be sucking in water from a pond, and they're going to be shooting it out through their hoses. And then you'll kind of be driving through and right next to them. So you can drive slow and kind of check out each one close up and all that kind of stuff. And then, in the evening, we're having fireworks. We're going to see if we can get a band or two going. There'll be food trucks. There may be because the fireworks will be going off at Buck Hill. And so I'm trying to find out as soon as possible, because there may be tickets that you can have a food and wine experience at Buck Hill and sit out on their patio and watch the fireworks going right over your head. And so I know, so that might be something that I can help our LNC members and other members who are traveling for that be a part of. And it's outside. Everyone will be distanced the appropriate amount, all that kind of stuff. So precautions will be followed. So if that's something that you're coming to Minnesota to be part of that meeting, there's going to be a lot of really awesome things happening. So,
oh my God. I will say I didn't get to have any fireworks for the 4th of July. So this makes me super excited.
We had exactly one city in the entire metro and suburban and outer ring suburban area that did fireworks, and that was Lakeville.
Oh my Lord.
They were it.
That was it? I would be thrilled. This just sounds amazing. I'm so happy. And what you can say is like, oh, we're putting on fireworks for LNC.
Come to Minnesota. Oh, square dancing. I would love to square dance. I learned how to square dance. I can do that. Yes, I want more good LP news. If you have more good LP news, lay it on me.
Yeah, tell us, share.
Yes, we're all about sharing good news. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be waiting.
Heather's like, do 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 do.
Type.
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't know, like Kara, like you keep telling me things. I'm like, and that,
and more, and more. I know. So Heather, you're coming for that. So
yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm totally excited. Like we could have. You said what? There's like maybe gonna have wine and cheese or something. Or
I think it's gonna be like a wine and dinner experience.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Oh wait. Here.
Oh, who has that? Who is that?
Looking. It says type faster, Daryl. Okay, wait. Where did it go? I screwed it up. It's my own fault. We have Daryl Perry says we have enough validated petitions back from city and town clerks to be on the ballot. So we turn into SOS on Wednesday.
Fantastic. Yay. That is awesome.
Good.
That is good news. That is really good news.
Cheers.
Yes.
I love it. Ding.
We will give you a cheers for that. Ding.
I love that. My goodness.
So usually we say what we're drinking. What are you drinking, Heather?
Oh, I'm just drinking a summer shandy right now because I wanted something light and summery and delicious.
It's so is it a lemon shandy or a lime shandy?
This is it's lemon, so it's kind of like a lemonade beer, and it's by Wisconsin Line Kugel, and I'm trying to read it. It's like so shiny. It says, what does it say? Lime Kugels. It tells you how to pronounce it. Established in 1867. The more you know. Yeah, it's actually quite a delicious summer beer. One of the things that people like to do around here is they also buy a Shell's beer that's it's actually not Shell's. It's the blueberry beer.
Oh, yeah.
Blue, BLU. And so they mix half of it. It's Greenbelt. Shell's makes it for Greenbelt though. But so Greenbelt, you mix half of this blueberry and you pour it kind of like so it just kind of goes to the bottom and you get layers and it's really tasty. So, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna do summer shandy. It's delicious. For the win, says Pat. Yeah.
I had a shandy.
Which
is amazing because I'm gluten free, so I can't just like grab beer and drink it.
You did a picture of your food one day. I'm like, wait, what?
Yes, so we have it's Olivia's Organic Cafe in Burnsville, and they have all gluten free and they also have dairy free. Everything on the menu. I can order anything on the menu, including they have beer on tap. And so one of it was a lime shandy. Which was delicious because it's Burning Brothers, which you've had with me, Heather.
Yes, we got the Pyro. That's the one that's pretty damn good.
And usually, gluten-free beer is shitty.
Yeah, but theirs tastes just like regular beer.
But oh my God, yeah, theirs is really good. And
it's not regular beer. It's
if my mom is still on, if she comes up a little early on Sunday for my birthday,
yay!
Then we can go eat there for lunch.
Yeah.
Just saying, Mom, if you come up early.
Go early so you can have it for lunch. It looked really good, too. I will say, I get food envy when I look through people's posts, and that one looked really good. And a lime shandy sounds so good. Oh, okay, so I got to look at this. Sea Dog Blueberry Ale is good. I like that. I'm going to have to try that. I need to, how you buy mass quantities during a pandemic and then you I'm getting sick of this stuff now. Yeah.
Sorry. Hot flash.
Hot flash. Oh, you're so hot. Hot stuff, baby, this evening. Here it says we should go to New Hampshire sometime. Tons of local hard ciders. Yes. We love
I would love to go to New Hampshire.
Heck
I would love to go to New Hampshire.
I would love that. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna just start on
You
fire.
This is the end of Kara. She just starts on fire and burns. Your flame
The good news is it's usually down to once a day now.
That's pretty good. You know, you just think that would be a bonus in the winter. You know, we have such a long winter here. Don't you think you'd be like, I don't care. It feels great now.
Well, the hilarious thing is it used to be when my husband and I would go to bed, I would have all the blankets piled on me. He would have like maybe a blanket or two on him and that kind of stuff. It did matter, you know, like summer, winter, but especially winter. I mean, he would just be, you know, I would have blankets just piled on me. Yeah. And now most of the time I have like a sheet over part of my body. That's it.
Don't you love it when it has to be the strategically placed sheet?
It's like sleeping origami. All right. Because you're like, okay, if I fold the blanket carefully over here and have part of my left foot out, then I feel good. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Now I have to fold the bottom corner up so that it's in a triangle on my body. And now this is good. And you're doing that all night long. But yeah, so my husband and I have totally switched. Now he has blankets piled on him because it's not like he's getting any younger.
We're all getting older, baby.
And I am pretty much just dying all night long.
Oh my God. The worst is like if you're having I get sweaty at night. I just burn hot at night.
What's that link? Okay. So what they're talking about, and I know what they're talking about. So there was a rally, and God, I think was it Joe Jorgensen or was it Spike's rally?
Okay, I'm open.
I can't remember which one it was, but they had a rally, and so the city told them you have to socially distance, right? You have to be socially distanced, all this kind of stuff. They got their permit for the park, all that kind of thing. But if they had people socially distanced, there you go. Oh, so it was Joe. So if you have people socially distanced, and you can see they are, right? Yeah. So they used a microphone and a speaker, and it's not like they had it blasting out.
No, and they're separate from each other.
They have an ordinance where if you have sound amplified in a park past 25 yards, then you get cited for a noise ordinance.
So what do they mean, from the front or the back?
From the front.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Right.
Because look at that guy.
You have to space out, and yet if people, and it's not like it was during the night or anything like that. It was during the day. So it's not like people were trying to sleep or anything like that. It was in a park. But those are the crazy rules and hoops that government makes you jump through. So in order to be safe, yeah, the Congo drums across the park were louder. Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
And the party was told, so if you do this and if you have a microphone, you're going to be cited. And the party, they did it anyway. 25 feet. That's right. 25 feet, not yards. And the party did it anyway because they were like, it's more important that people be able to attend and have safe social distancing, and we'll just pay the fine.
Mm-hmm. Although it is a stupid thing.
That is the BS that government does. I mean, that is even worse than their usual stuff of, here, let me break your leg and then give you a crutch and then you thank me for the crutch. This is even worse than that.
They just make it so it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes I think they like to find people that they disagree with. So if they just, it's libertarians, let's find them. Whereas if it would have been like maybe another party, they might not have. So that makes me irritable.
Exactly. But when you read the article, the articles were really good. Yeah. Tom Hopp was arrested and cited, and his court date will be in December.
Hopefully they dismiss it, because if you say it's COVID, what can you do? Gathering of 17 people.
Yeah, and
with
Pat
6 foot,
points out that would be a gathering of 17 people with a 6-foot circle around them.
That isn't a reasonable accommodation for a political
it
gathering
isn't.
like that.
It's not at all. But, they don't care.
And his opponent also had the rally the night before. And was he cited?
I'm going to bet not. I'm just guessing.
That's bogus.
But, here's the thing. But we did the right thing. And this is just another example of government trying to stop you from doing the right thing.
That's not cool. Outrage. Rule. I like this.
But the press coverage of the event was actually really good.
That's good, right?
Yeah. And the press coverage has been really good. I'm pretty excited because next Monday I will have Jess Mears on my training, which I do every other Monday. And she's going to be talking about the lessons learned from going on this bus tour, how to have a successful event that has really good positive coverage. And that is really challenging during all of the extremely different rules. Every place you go is having different rules for COVID. And they have been able, this bus tour has been amazing. The coverage has been incredible. So I'm really excited about it. And I know that the bus tour for Joe is over and Spike is now doing his bus tour. But I do hope that Joe can get back out on that bus tour because that is real good. What time do I do that on Monday? So I do the training at 8 p.m. Central every other Monday. So it'll be this coming Monday.
Yay.
And so Jess Mears, who has been organizing the bus tour and the events for the Joe Jorgensen campaign, she will be on there and she'll be able to give all of the tips and everything, all the lessons she's learned. So I'm really excited about that. I had been waiting until they got done with the Joe Jorgensen run on the bus so that I could have her on and have her do that training.
I think all of y'all have time turners because I don't see how you can do all this stuff all the time. It's amazing to me. It's like,
and speaking of that, we need to get to our one awesome thing. So I want to tell people, start thinking now of what your one awesome thing is and then type it into the chat. So it's one awesome thing that happened to you this week or happened in your life this week. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a small thing, but something that was awesome and made you happy and brought joy into your life this week.
Yeah.
So start thinking of that and then type that in there. And then we'll share the awesome things that we had in our week because some weeks are more challenging than others.
This week's been pretty challenging, but there's some good stuff in there too.
But if we can share the joy that we have in our lives, that helps us all.
Yeah, it makes me happier to hear other people's stuff because I go, good things are happening. Because sometimes you hear the media and it's like nonstop bad shit.
Put Ned's comment on there. That's amazing.
Spike rally, Wichita.
It just happened to be nearby. Obviously not there for the rally.
So they just missed one of the ones on that number. That's okay.
And yes, Mom, you can put that up there. Mom's saying, "Do you want me to tell?" Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we do have awesome family news.
I know you guys have happy news.
So Heather, do you want to go for yours?
Mine really kind of it was like the first week of school, and I went back to school, and we're meeting 2 days a week, which doesn't sound like much, but it tends to be in like crazy. Watching Sweet Subversives, you are the sweetest. My actual good news, besides going back to school, which is great because I get to see people again, is last week I talked about on my other show about doing Duolingo, and I have done Portuguese for a week. I'm on my 7-day streak, and they remind me like I am a crack addict. Like, don't you want it? Don't you want to do it again? I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
And I don't hardly know anything, so I'm not smart about it yet. But menino. It's a boy.
So learn Portuguese because I want to go to Portugal because now your husband's not going to like this. Their number one herb seasoning is cilantro.
I know it. I told him he's just going to have to eat seafood.
The national dish is cilantro soup, and I want to eat it.
Oh, I know it. Like Kara, I've been watching all these travel shows. It was like 2 of them, one on Portugal and one on Crete, and I want to go to both. So when we can travel again, we're going to travel. And I'm going to learn Portuguese so I can go there and order really cool food. That's my goal.
I know minimal Greek, but they all speak English, but I know like ocho, dereche, like I can do directions and that kind of stuff.
I'm never going to be great at it, but because I'm just bad at it. I took like French in high school and I'm terrible, but yes. So that is my good news. Okay, wait. Can I put Celine's up now?
Yes, because that is also mine.
Okay.
My son asked his woman to marry him.
Yay!
And he did a good job. Oh my God, he did an amazing job.
That's so sweet.
He took his girlfriend out to Pennsylvania, saying, let's go out and visit my dad. I haven't seen him for a while. We'll go see him. And she's like, oh, okay. And they flew out there. And what he had planned was on the 20th, they went out to the drive-in movie theater, which a friend of his dad's owns. And they had it all to themselves. And so they drove out there and there was a table and it was set with food and drinks and candlelight and flowers. And he went to park by it and she goes, I don't think you should park by that. The people that rented that are going to be really mad.
She's like, oh, honey.
Right? Yeah. And then he got out and proposed to her and it was amazing. And I got photos of it. And then
so cool.
he set up for them to watch like the movie that they saw on their first date.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So sweet.
Well, of course he did this.
He did good. So, and we really like her. So
I am so glad. Although to me, he still is always going to be like a small child in my mind. So it's really weirding me out. But I am happy because I know both of them and they're awesome people. So
yes,
what a great thing.
Congratulations. So happy. Oh, so happy.
I see somebody else posted something.
Yes.
Should I put that up? Let's see. Started attending New England College full time. Yay! Getting news about the ballot access petition success. Yay! Yes. I'm like, wait, I got to see who that was.
See who that is.
I'm looking. That was Daryl Perry.
Oh, yay!
Congratulations!
Very excellent. Good job, Daryl.
Oh, man. So this has been like pretty, there's some really good news here. I'm happy.
I know. Today was a shitty day.
I know.
Today was a shitty day. But I am always so happy and excited and jazzed up after we do a Sweet Subversive. So even though like at the beginning and it was like 1 minute too, and Heather asked me, she goes, are you sad or are you angry? And I'm like, I'm so
angry. Like Kara's going to rip off her shirt and it'll be like hulking out. Green woman.
Yes. But by the time I get to the end of our podcast, I'm super excited and happy, and I feel so much better. So
it's good therapy for everyone, really. Yes. That's why everyone tell your friends like to watch it with us, because then we hear more good news, and it makes us more happy, and it makes you more happy, and it makes everyone more happy. So
yeah, we all need more joy in our lives.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good thing. I feel the same way, Kara. We have so much fun every week. That's why we do it. Like,
my other awesome thing was when Ava said I look really little when I don't have clothes on.
That's a really weird thing to say.
That's awesome.
Does that mean you shouldn't wear clothes?
Just go naked everywhere.
Go naked. You're like, I'm really little. Ava says it. Oh, and then here we go. Pat Barnum.
Oh, like camping and boating for the first time this summer. Yes, you got the the pop-up camper out. Yeah.
Pop-up. That's so cool. I love it. I want to get a pop-up camper someday. I think that'd be awesome. Oh, Kay Cameron. Yep. Do you love in New Hampshire? We miss you. I'm glad you love it, though. Loving it there. More pictures. We love it. Congratulations. I know. It's always sad.
Kate said that she might have broke her toe. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure I broke my toe. Like,
is this a cool thing I'm supposed to do this week? Like break my toe? I don't really want to. Dang it.
Not cool.
Did you kick somebody at least who deserved it?
Oh, I was watering my plants on the deck and I tripped and then I stepped forward and stepped like right into those big heavy wood ottoman.
Oh, those things are heavy. Yeah. Oh, are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Do you need someone to carry you around on a litter, like like the queen? You know,
your pinky toe. Mine is like one toe in from the pinky.
Oh, your mama's going to bed.
I totally understand that.
And she broke her pinky toe. Oh, that's got to be really painful. Anything bumps it. That's the worst. Oh, I don't know if it's a really good toe to break or whatever, but ouch.
Not the big toe. Anything but the big toe.
See, yeah. What, did you get a bug?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were just like...
Because I leave the door open for Mabel all day.
That's the good news for Mabel, is that she gets to like go where she wants.
And she's starting to get some belly fur.
Yay!
When you come visit, we'll have to show you the belly fur.
See, like, that's the one pandemic thing. My cat, Rory, he would pull out some of his leg hair fur because he gets anxiety when we're gone.
Yeah, same with Mabel. Yeah.
But it's growing back because we're here all the time, you know? And so, like, if the pandemic ever totally ends, he'll be like, I
know. Well, it was very good hanging out with you. Oh yes.
We miss Kay. I love Kay. I am so glad we got to hang out again. This has been a really fun one. You know, and like you said, sometimes it's like you start off and you go, oh, I don't know, I'm tired. I worked today. But, after this, I always feel like, yeah. So, yes, I'm glad we do this show, and I'm glad we get to hear about everybody's good news. Are they running the Twin Cities Marathon this year? I doubt it.
They're doing it virtually. Which I don't even understand how you do that. I think each person maps out what they run each day, and I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. I know this is like bad attitude on my part, but like all the virtual stuff, I just have to tune out because I just can't even.
It's just too much of it too. Like the first couple things, I was like, okay, I'm game, but after a while, I did the American Library Association conference this summer, and I like started to just tune things out. Like I'd start walking around cleaning. I'm just like, normally I'd be super into it, but it's just too much Zoom.
Yeah, I'm virtualed out.
Yes.
Which is funny because we're doing a podcast.
We are, but it's different.
Each person runs 26.2 miles on their own. Yeah, and they're marking it somehow and marking their times.
13 times.
I'm not sure what the mechanism is.
David, you ran 13 times for the marathon? Okay.
Wow.
That's way more motivated.
I only run if there's a person with a knife chasing me.
Yeah, if they're chasing me, I'm gone. But
just a rule. Like, I didn't like running to begin with. No. Then after being in the military, I detest it. Refused to do it. Oh my God.
No, thank you. But I'm always in awe of people who
But I'm impressed with people who do it. I'm like, that's amazing.
My best thing I ever did for running was a 10K. And I trained and trained and trained. And I was so happy I did it. I'm like, I'm never going to probably be able to do a marathon because all the training would probably, I'd either have to just do it or not. You know, I'd show up and go, that was a mistake, not training.
Yeah.
Grandma, David.
I know. He's an animal. He really is. If you've ever seen him, he's super, super fit.
So I think like for me, like the closest I get is I'd like grab onto his back and go, run.
You would have to carry Heather on your back, David.
I'm like, run. And then I'd be like, I was in a marathon. And people are like, ooh. Like, I didn't run. I just grabbed on the guy's back. It was amazing. He carried me the whole time. Very strong. Oh, you know, I think it's, you know, you just do what you can do, you know, whatever.
Exactly.
For me, I can dance. I can dance. That's all I want. Oh my gosh, it's 9:00 already.
I know.
How did that happen?
It's quick.
It goes quick.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, though. This was amazing. Really appreciate it. We will see you next week.
Oh, I got to do one thing because I always forget. Look at this.
Okay. Oh, there you go. You got it up there.
I've been telling myself.
Like, dang it, I'm going to do it this time.
So, like, if you love us, you could donate to our Patreon because, like, nobody has yet, and we would, like, you could be the first, and we will commemorate you for donating to our Patreon because I don't even know what I would do. I'll have to go back to Patreon and look at it again sometime and go, wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we have to do something. Like if someone donates enough, we can do a sculpture of them in butter.
Oh, yeah. So awesome.
Because that's what we would be doing at the Minnesota State Fair.
Yeah. I mean, like, we would have to film ourselves making them in butter. It would be hilarious.
I'm not saying it would look good.
No, I know it wouldn't look good, but it'd be made of butter, and that's practical.
Yeah, I might eat it.
I might eat it, too. I'm like, ooh, butter. And then, like, and they ate his head off. Dang it. So that could happen, you know, like, share your hopes and dreams of being a Patreon member and we can like figure out a way to reward you for a good behavior. Who knows? Yep. We've never had it happen, so we haven't gone that far. So I had to share it because I have forgotten so many times in a row. So, but thank you guys all for watching. We love you very much. Putting that off and join us next week. Every Wednesday, every hump day, we talk about good news and happiness, and we'll share more next week.
Absolutely.
So we love you. Have a great week. See you next time.